Love beer and magic? Want to have a few and still make those big brain plays? Now you can. Athletic Brewing offers high-quality, non-alcoholic craft beers. From IPAs to stouts, they've got you covered. Head over to athleticbrewing.com and use code BTC25 for 25% off your first order. Hello and welcome to Brew Tap Cast. I am Tap, your host for today's episode of the Jank Tank. In this episode, we will be talking about a deck we are calling Livin La Vida Orzhov, which, as anyone can guess, this is definitely a deck that Ricky Martin would love to play. It's about living your best life and all the life gain and living the most life. So that's definitely his kind of jam. We're going to call it that. We're going to get into the deck now. So what is it? It's a gain 3 life deck. There's a couple cards in the last core set that kind of care about gaining 3 life. One is Griffen Aerie. The other was Silversmote Ghoul. Those are the two main, pillars of the deck to get some extra value from just gaining life, which can be useful in general against especially some of the aggro matchups, that kind of thing. Well, what's backing that up? Where are we getting the life gain? How are we, capitalizing on that? Well, we have Veto. We got 2 copies of Veto. This is a very powerful card because basically it turns all of our life gain into burn spells, which is very useful for the deck in general. It can be a win con. It can be a way to sort of hold things at bay if we're getting really slammed, because it puts more pressure on them to maybe not swing in for stuff like that. So that's a good addition to the deck. We have Oath of Kaya, which is, again, a 3 life gain thing. We have Revitalize, 3 life gain. Charming Prince, 3 life gain. Or a Blink if we have something that may blink and enter, Basilica Bellhaunt, 3 life gain, and we get a little bit of upside. Opponent discards a card. And then the rest is sort of just like, residual, maybe life gain. We also have Clean Death, which is a 3 life gain spell as well. We have just residual life gain things. Our creatures have lifelink if it's our turn. Sorin can gain life. Erebos' Intervention can gain life. So there's definitely a lot of things that we can do to gain life. A little bit of card draw in the single copy of Dawn of Hope. Just don't really think that this card does enough to have more copies. It's better as a late game thing anyway, so refill your hand. And we have a little bit of removal in D-Spark. If things are getting crazy, we can do board wipes with Oath of Kaya, Kaya's Wrath, or we have D-Spark just to sort of get things out, like instant speed. Oh, maybe an Embercleave comes down, get that out of here. We don't want that. Land package is just split evenly between 4 shrines, 4 temples, and 8 and 8 Swamp Mountain. And then the rest, the sideboard things we're going to be running through this a best of 1 standard event, or just queues if it's really too janky. But this is just sort of like if we find that we're hitting a lot of Planeswalkers, maybe we throw in a Sorcerer's Spyglass. Depending on the color matchup, we might throw in a Noxious Grasp of Decree. A lot of graveyard shenanigans. We'll throw in a Soul Guide Lantern, Duress for control, and then Clackbridge Troll is sort of another 3 life gain tribal, but it's not really powerful enough for the deck to really use as a mainstay. So it's in the sideboard, can help maybe defend against some aggro matchups, that sort of thing, to gain us some life and draw some cards, that sort of thing. So it's pretty nice that that's sort of an option that can also trigger our Griffen Aerie or Silversmote Ghoul. So that's the deck. Livin La Vida Orzhov, and we'll see how it goes. We'll hopefully this isn't too janky, and we'll be able to get at least a couple wins with this one. Let's see, and let's get into some games. Here we are against Chattern. Chattern. It's a neat name. All right, opponents on the play. We have combo piece, 3 lands. This looks really good. Removal if we need to. So I'm going to say this is a pretty sweet hand for us. Looks like we're against some sort of Yorion sort of shenanigans. So let's go ahead and be happy what we got here. I think we just get down the Griffen Aerie, start gaining some life, making some creatures, trying to push in. Looks like we might want to take this more aggro. We have Golgari as the color pair on the other side. So probably going to be Sultai with blue for Yorion. So hopefully we can speed ahead. This is not surprising to see this kind of deck, but I'm not sure exactly, or not. Discard a card, eh? I think we just ditch the Erebos' Intervention right now. Hopefully we don't have to do too much more discarding. We probably will maybe ditch a Swamp if they play another little bit of disruption. So we have Abzan, not Sultai. So that was a little bit of a surprise. Maybe there's a new deck, on the prowl here. All right, so this looks like probably a Charming Prince to gain some life here. I guess we could have done Oath of Kaya. to kill Llanowar Visionary, but you never know if there's going to be something bigger that we want to take out that's got an extra toughness. And I'm actually kind of okay with just trading off my Prince for the Visionary, too. I don't really mind trading a fixer, or not a fixer, but a land-producing thing. They already got their value from it, which is a little bit unfortunate, but it has more value as it stays longer and they use it, so I don't mind making that trade. I don't really want to trade my token for it, because we can get in for some damage in the air that way. Doom Foretold. Alright, well, maybe that's a D-Spark thing, but we're going to do it. I guess we sack our Prince. Temple of Silence. Alright, so we could D-Spark and Revitalize if we go that way. I think we will, because we do want to gain some life. So let's go ahead and play... No, we can't. We don't have double white, so we're going to go like that. I don't think we need that right now. So I think we do want to just D-Spark here. We'll D-Spark at the end of their turn, just because we do want to have them have to sack something. Probably sack the rat if I had to guess. But yeah, well, I'm okay with getting that out of the graveyard too, in case they have like Dance of the Manse. No, there's blue in Dance of the Manse. That's not going to happen. All right, so rat out. Let's see what our opponent's going to do here. They can Yorion if they... Oh, Treacherous Blessing. All right, that's fine. We're going to get rid of that with our... Or get rid of the Doom Foretold with a D-Spark, so they'll have to deal with that for at least a little bit longer. Which is fine. We'll get some life loss for that as well, so I'm pretty okay with that. It'll take them a little bit longer to get rid of it if they don't have a Doom Foretold right away. That's unfortunate. I don't think it really matters. I don't think we have any searching in here anyways. There's no fetch, no fabled passage or anything like that, so that seems fine. Graveyard doesn't... Well, graveyard matters a little bit because we do have Sorin and we like to be able to bring things back, that sort of thing, so it's a little bit unfortunate. Also, the Silversmote Ghoul's pretty bad too, because those can come back from the graveyard. But if we gain the life on our turn and it's still in the graveyard, then we can get it back. So that's a little bit better. All right, let's see what our opponent's going to do here. I think we... Do we ignore the Ashiok? I mean, we could kill it next turn with Oath of Kaya and attack. Maybe is what we want to do, because we don't want to have that sitting around too long. Let's see what our opponent does. And we could Revitalize and Oath of Kaya, so... Opponent is timing out here a little bit. Maybe they're... I don't know if they're tanking here, or they're just disconnected, or something like that, so we'll... Oh, there we go. There's the Yorion. And there's the Ashiok. Yep, go ahead. Oh, with that 2 Silversmote Ghouls. Dang. That hurts. That does hurt. I don't like that at all. I just don't like that. All right, so this gives us the life gain. And can get Ashiok down just to do one more hit. So I think we'll do that. Right, because things gain lifelink. Yeah, let's go like that. And we can knock her down as well. This goes to 1. We get our 3 life, and we get a Griffen, so we can block and keep Sorin alive. Yeah, the graveyard stuff is kind of crummy because they exiled. I guess the Cling to Dust is a little crummy too, but it's not a huge deal. It's just the Silversmote Ghouls that actually hurt the most here. So next turn, I'd love to see like a veto off the top. That would be pretty key. Like veto into gain 4, so we could do 8. That's 3, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we're almost like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we could actually bring them to 2 next turn. So if they cast any spells, so if we top deck veto, they cast 1 or 2 spells, we can get them dead next turn. So I don't think we're going to block with our Griffin, because we want to keep that Griffin for lifelink, unless we think that somehow Sorin will be threatened to be killed. But 6 loyalty is a lot to lose right now. Alright, opponent plays the Plains. Really thinking a lot here. Gonna Ashiok? Yep, gonna Ashiok. Alright, not bad. Didn't lose a veto. That's the key here to me, anyways. Use a timeout. A lot of thinking on our opponent here. Passes. Gets Yorion. They have 4 mana. Charming Prince to flicker the Llanowar Visionary and get a card out of the deal, which is pretty nice. Alright, what do we got here? Kaya's Wrath. That doesn't seem very good here.
I abhor my need for blood.
I know we already gained a life for this, but I do want to kill the Visionary so we don't have any more flickering shenanigans with Yorion, that sort of thing. And we'll end the turn. So we'll see what we can do. So they're gonna, I mean, they cast the Yorion, they can flicker the Treacherous Blessing, but it gets targeted, so it gets sacked, so they don't have to worry about that. So they're gonna go to 8. So pretty good on a top deck veto. That would do probably win us the game next turn. Ooh, Liliana, huh? Interesting. It's just an RN step, right? Yeah, okay. So we can't, like, revitalize during our turn or anything like that. Alright, opponent is going to... I don't really feel as though I want to block. No blocks. Let it go. Sacks 2 creatures. Yep, that's not that big of a deal. Oops. Draw a card. So they're going to be at 3 unless we can sort of do something. So like a veto? Okay. No, we ping 1 for 1. We can attack Liliana for 2. That'll give us our 3 life. Is this an instant? This is an instant. We can see if they end up doing anything with their graveyard here. I don't think there's anything that they're going to want to target or anything like that, but we'll keep the Cling to Dust up. We got our value there, so they're lethal on board right now. But they're probably going to cast the... Actually, if they cast 1, they go to 4. This goes to 3. Yeah, there's a lot we can do to win here next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they could have a Charming Prince and a Yorion, so they could gain some life theoretically. The Charming Prince is non-land permanent, right? No, it's a creature. Okay, so they can't flicker or attempt to flicker the Treacherous Blessing and then get out of that. They'd still take 1. So I'm feeling pretty good about this. Not only because their life total is pretty high, but because, you know, we have a pretty good state here. All right, they're going to pass, and I think they just ran out of time here. Yeah, okay. Well, we had the definite win there. We just throw veto down, and that's an insta-win, essentially, with the single attack. No matter almost no matter what they had in their hand, we could just veto, revitalize, cling to dust. Didn't even have to do combat damage, so that was good. We saw how the deck can work. We didn't actually get to fire it off, but I think we did pretty well. They didn't really have much going on, but at the same time, they were kind of like, you know, thinking a lot. But that's all right. The Ur Dragon, and it actually is a Spirit Dragon. That's scary. All right. I think I'm okay with this. We have some removal. If we get loaded, or if the board gets loaded, we have a Charming Prince to do some things. So we're gonna keep this and do some things. So would have liked to have seen a combo piece, but we have the Ghoul, but the Ghoul's not gonna die necessarily this early. So I think what we're hoping to see is, oh, they got a pupper too. That's nice. Hey, pupper. Nice. Got our pupper over here. Yeah. So yeah, we want to maybe see a Griffen Aerie. Nope, no Griffen Aerie. So I think we're going to scry with this because the life gain doesn't matter right now. Bellhaunt and Oath of Kaya. I think we want Bellhaunt. We have a play next turn, so we're hoping to get a land off the top after the Bellhaunt. Maybe it was a little greedy to keep the Bellhaunt, but that's just like a nice big body here. And if we're playing red, the life gain might matter. I don't know what they're doing, not much, so I think we'll just go to a combat and attack, and no instance or anything like that. We'll play the Ghoul. That'll be easy to get back. All right, well, actually, I didn't even think about the Bellhaunt. We have only a single white, so that might get us caught up here. Lava Coil seems good. Seems good. Shock. Cycling. Confusion. Push it. Push the tempo. Push the tempo. Push the tempo. So they discard it. Might. Okay, so they're not the cycling deck. Maybe they're just not drawing their creatures. All right, Cranky. Mr. Cranky Boy. Frankinator. Frankie, Bobanky, Banana Nana, Fofanky. I think we just kill the Mr. Crankster. Hit it for 3. 1, 2, 3. Bang. 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 Don't want him to get all big and crazy. Oath of Kaya would be fine as far as like trying to get rid of the a bunch of tokens, but we'd rather not have that happen. We'd rather keep that as a later end stop. So next turn looks like Ghoul. If we can get a Griffen Aerie, that would be pretty cool. We'll see what we have. We have a D-Spark online with Terror of the Peak. Seems good. Is this spells that cost 3 more to cast? That is not a big deal for us. Let's go ahead and D-Spark. Yep. We had the answer. Look at that, huh? And we can keep Fling's Dust up if we feel like it, if they're going to try to target something. Oh, it gets exiled. Oh, another Terror of the Peaks, eh? Alright, okay. What do we got here? Swamp off the top for us. Can I go in for combat? So now we could just Kaya's Wrath here. They got 6. I think we'll just let it sit. We'll play the Ghoul. Maybe we can gain some life for that. We also, if that gets shot, we can sacrifice and draw a card too. Or if that is targeted or something, if we want to sack him. We'd rather not. We'd rather maybe get one little creature and then Kaya's Wrath it away for that. Okay, that's good that we did wait, because shooting something for 3, us, or the Charming Prince is fine. Franco Maboa, or 10th Street Kingpan. Alright, so now that's fine. Go ahead and shoot the Silversmote Ghoul. We will sack him for a card. And then we actually get all the goodness here with our Kaya's Wrath, just wiping our opponent's creatures. Let's see what's on top of our deck here. Don't need another land. That's just Kaya's Wrath. Hold up Fling's Dust, and pass the turn. Okay. Yep. I don't think we're going to be doing any Clinging to Dust this turn, so we'll leave that as is. Sacked. And we draw a Plains. Not the greatest. Pass. We'll probably fire off the Revitalize here to try to get some more action. Probably should have done it last turn, actually, now that I think about it. Yeah, that's getting a little bit annoying.
Feel the heat of my flames. Magnificent.
Go get him, buddies.
Alright, we want to see what's on top of our deck here. Another Revitalize. We really want to get our cards that aren't lands here. Oh my god. Oh my god. Are we just gonna die here? Taking 8, 12. Not dead yet, but like really don't have much to do here. At least our opponent's like low on cards. So 2, 6, 14, Put a loyalty.
I believe Mother Ludi gave us homework.
I will call the
Alright, so
dragon.
just 12. Not dead yet. There's only one, so we're just going to let it be. What's your last card? Nothing. Another Cling to Dust. Does that keep us alive? I don't think it... I guess we can flash it back. Oh, you can draw a card for this. Target card from a grave. If it was a creature, you gain 3 life. Otherwise, draw a card. Okay. I didn't realize that was a card draw spell. That was kind of dumb of me. Alright, Oath of Kaya. Can kill the dragon, gain us some life. Let's also do this. Revitalize. Alright, well. Kill the Dargon. Or this Dargon. Pass the turn. So we will be out of range as far as... because we're at a virtual 14. Oh, oh, they didn't create the,
They are
I guess they
coming.
could use that. They didn't do it. Interesting. Oh my god, these planes, these lands, there's so many lands. Alright, do they have a Skewer the Critics? I saw one in their graveyard. We exiled before? Oh, they're gonna flash something back. Oh no, and we can't get it out of their graveyard. Oh, we did. Oh, that was pretty cool, huh? Good thinking. They could have killed us with that Skewer. Yikes. I was totally big braining that. No big deal. Yeah, no big deal. No big deal. NBD. Veto a little late. Oh no, we got the win now, right? Oh yeah, we have the win now. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, so we can play the planes, we can gain 3. And then we can Cling to Dust a creature. That was close, huh? That was super close. Or do we want a creature? We'll do the Terror of Lay Peaks. Revitalize, Erebos, Despark. And another Revitalize. And that there, I believe, is game. If it was a creature card, gain 3 life. That life gain will kill them with a trigger from Mr. Veto. There we go. Big red. No match for this janky boy. That was ridiculous. Even with all those lands, that was fine. Brimaz King. Nice. We are on the play. We don't have a piece for, we don't have a Griffen Aerie, but I am going to go ahead and scry, and we'll put that to the bottom. Hopefully we can draw one. If we can draw one next turn, that would be super. Be stupendous. Nope, Silversmote, Ghoul. So let's go ahead and scry. I don't want these right now. They're not bad. They're just not doing what they want to do. So next turn, depending what they play, we can Oath of Kaya something. Probably would rather just play the Ghoul here. I feel like they may have like a Thought Erasure. They may have like a Quench or something like that too, but or Negate. Yeah. Okay. So I mean, they could have had some. This is only opponents, right? Well, it's from a graveyard, so I theoretically do that. All right. So I don't like the draw go, but we will probably be better off in the long run here. And the Ghoul we can always get back with like a Revitalize. So like I'm not even upset by that. They could have like Cry the Carnarium, which would be kind of crappy here because we would lose the Ghoul. Oh, it's Dimir Flash. Oh, howdy, Dimir Flash. How you doing? Oh, boy. Okay. Godless Shrine. Let's go ahead and attack. I highly doubt that they will want to block. Yeah. Go on. You just lost your Slitherwisp, though? Or unsummon? Oh, I guess +1/+1. Okay. That's fine. Okay. So we could veto Cling to Dust. Or Oath of Kaya and kill a Nightbonder? I'm not sure. I kind of want to just go like this. Get him down while we can. Go to combat. Not gonna block. No blocks. I mean, they could have a way to kill the Veto or something like that. Okay. Alright, that's fine. We still get our thing off. And then maybe we can hopefully Oath of Kaya. Because that would have hit that. I got 2 of them. Alright. We're going to leave that guy back. Let's... I guess I should have... Oh! Gnarly pounder, man. I got no way to deal with that either. Holy bananas. They just got me good. They can't play it, right? Oh. That's a dilly of a pickle here, huh? So they still can't cast a... Oh, okay. I was gonna say they can't cast the lock. The lock monster. Man, they got all the cards. Oh, I love playing this deck. I don't love playing against the deck. I do like that we still got him back, though. That was funny. Alright, so... Not great here. I'm gonna kill the Nightbonders, like... Or not. Yeah, I'm going for... Really? No blocks. I mean, I'm probably gonna die. They put down another Slitherwisp and start casting things like crazy. Like, that now I'm at a life total that I'm basically dead. Alright, that's not cool. No attacks. So they're gonna play in, like, Merfolk, or Brineborn Cutthroat, Ebon, or, that Knight. Yeah, so now we're just gonna die, probably. That's it? Oh. Yep. So Wrath of Kaya would be, or, oh, yeah. Kaya's Wrath would be pretty cool right now. Not like it would survive, because they got all the cards in the world. Oh, well. Gangland, interesting. Mismatched swamps, too. Pass to a takers. Alrighty, then, Mr. Man. Let's go ahead and go there, and then that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 2, 4, 7, 10. I think we're dead no matter what. So that's a game. That's good. You didn't even need to do that there, buddy. They didn't have any creatures in your graveyard. That's funny. That's a bingo. Well, just, see, I guess now they've solidified it, but whatever they're going to do, I'm just going to sack. Oh, they just cast it. Okay. See, now they're just being a jerk. Although we theoretically could cling to dust. So they, unless they have like a, whatchamacallit. Nope, that's it. They were doing it, so I might as well do it too. Alright, for being called Brimaz King, that was a very un-Brimaz King deck. I'm just gonna say that. I do love that deck, though. I've been playing that a lot. I've been trying to, trying that out with an M21 or 2021 thing. So, like, not the Brineborns. I guess everything on the board here is just not the Brineborns. And that's it. That's the only thing in the deck that it wasn't playing. Oh, that and Tyrant Scorn. But well, we are at XX Shine Del Win XX. Schindel I don't know what that means. It seems good. Turn 2 Aerie. Get a Scry, maybe to get a third land. That seems good. Double color. We got 2 and 2. So we can play out the Aerie on turn 2. So we can revitalize, maybe get another land, do something like that. So feeling okay here. Looks like they may have a shock up in their hand, something like that. Schindelwin? Schindelwins? I don't know what this is. Oh, this is not what I wanted to see. Oh well. Although we can cling to dust things out of the graveyard, so that's a pretty nice card to see. We didn't bottom one, did we? We didn't do any scrying. We kept it on top of the land. Okay. So at least, like, the Zenith Flare doesn't do as much here. Outside of they gain a bunch of life, which is kind of cruddy. I'll block. I definitely block here if they attack. They don't attack. Alright. I think we attack. Pay to shock in this, or get this guy down, and then Charming Prince him next turn. Seems good to me. Trigger the Aerie. Ooh, they're getting crazy with their lands, huh? Yeah, Griffen Aerie is kind of a goofy card, huh? Opponents looking at it like, what the heck? What in the heck is happening here? Alright, so we won't get hit this turn. Our life is not an issue, really. It's their life that's more of a problem with their cards there. Alright, so they're getting all of the cards in their graveyard. We will cling to dust. Prefer to hit a creature. Still nothing yet. We'll see. No attacks. Yep, no attacks. I don't think that's a good idea right now. So let's go ahead and attack. I don't think they're gonna block. So let's just go like this. Charming Prince to flicker. Oh, I don't know if that's actually going to work with the way the Aerie. Yeah, the Aerie trigger, I forgot. It's the beginning and end step, so it doesn't come up. So that was my bad. At least they had to discard another card. And it was a creature, which is good, so we can get that out of the thing. All right, possibly Zenith Flare this turn, although it's pretty low. Okay, not Zenith Flare this turn. We will definitely cling to Dust next turn to get the creatures out of the graveyard here. I'm okay with that. I don't think we want to Wrath the board. Ditching their Florifying Foxes. They must be digging for a Zenith Flare, maybe. Temple of Silence. Seems fine. Don't need a land. Go to attacks. They go to 5. Let's cling to Dust. I think a Stinger. No. Just because I want to have the ability to gain some life. Because they could hit for pretty hard numbers here. They can't attack happily. I'm going to block no matter what, because we have a pretty good amount of damage here. Anyways. Zenith Flare for 7. I mean, sure. Can't do much about it. You're at 12. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, let's hold it. Sorin seems good here.
My heart is hollow with scorn for you. The weak feed the strong.
I'm fine trading 1 for 1 because we can get it back with Sorin next turn. I'm not going to anyways. Okay, so we go to 17. I think that's pretty good for us. I guess I should have thrown in with a Charming Prince there too, huh? Because even if they have 1 Zenith Flare, they can't do both. So it's just, right now, it's just, okay, so it's 8. I'm still not that worried about it. I don't like that I can't fire off a Revitalize if I wanted to. Alright, still can't do it. It's just 10. I think they have to have it or they're dead. So they have to do it. They can do it on our turn, which is fine. If they do, man, imagine. Okay, they don't. They play it. They played a land, so we win the game, right? I think. They could have that fight spell, but that doesn't do much. It's gotta be game, right? Get something out of their hand. Alright. Well, that was just silly. I was a little worried about that, but the Cling to Dusts are good. And I think that the life gain we get is just too much for them, especially once Sorin came on. It was just like... Londilus. That's a cool name. I like that name. It's very like... this seems great, actually. This seems really great. Londilus, very like Dragonlance-y sort of name. Isn't that right, Poochie boy? Yeah. Alright, so Temple of Silence. Turn 2, Griffen. Turn 3, Veto. Turn 4, go to town. See what we got in the deck. Yeah, we'll take a Plains. Keep our Veto on target for turn 3. Hunted Witness. Got our turn 2 Griffen. Alright, looks like we might be playing a Selesnya counter sort of shenanigans, so let's get our Veto out. Don't gain any life here, but we're gonna do some significant damage the following turn. Yep, that's fine. Is this, Naya Winona? Those are humans, though, so that's... You want non-humans, so that's fine. Oh, they're just, convoking and countering. Yeah, okay, that's fine. It's fine! It's fine. Alright, so we don't need to have all this mana, but we're gonna do it anyways. Let's get the Venerated Loxodon out of here. Let's get a Revitalize on. No attacks. Pass the turn. Double Sorin's kind of stinky. But if we draw a land, we can Cling to Dust and Sorin. And the Sorin... Alright, so they're going to get the Griffen Aerie out of here. They're going to do the Veto, which makes sense, actually. A lot more damage that way. No blocks. We can gain life with pretty good Abandon here. Do they have a creature in their graveyard? They don't. Do we? No, that got exiled. So that's not the greatest thing. But... we have the Sorin. This will gain us some life. It'll get us another token. All it really is a token. But it's also 3 life. So I'm not upset that we're going to lose the Sorin. It also gives us more life to play with. See what their opponent does here. They're just going to pass. Weird. Do they have, like, some way to get things flying?
Vampirism is a useful trait.
I feel like we're pretty good now. Oh, is this like March of the Multitudes? It is March of the Multitudes! Oh my god, I haven't seen this card in like so long. I remember when this was like the bane of everything. Alright, well, I don't mind, like, we're not gonna die here. We might die here. They're gonna gain a whole load of life. Everything's coming in our face. There's no creatures in graveyards. Yikes. Okay. So 3, 6, 9, 12. If we block this, we're taking 6. This is 12, so we can still live, but we have to block these guys, unfortunately. And you're gonna gain loads of life here. So we're not in really good shape here. And they're all tokens. Oh, actually wouldn't have mattered there. Can't cling to dust here. Kaya's Oath of Kaya. More like wish we had Kaya's Wrath. I guess we should have just pulled this out for any sort of stuff there. I think we are dead.
What a mess I
So you can cling to dust and gain some life there. I don't think it's gonna matter because before we had 20, it's -2, so we're just dead here. Yep, that's game. Good game, sir. Good game indeed. We will not block at all. Well, March of the Multitudes. Coming in with a pretty clutch end of rotation or pre-rotation comeback, at least for me. I have not seen that card in what seems like at least a year. Like back when where the Ravnica sets were the new hotness. So, yikes. Okay, that came out of nowhere. Here we are against Todd's 86. With Ugon, the Spirit Dragon. We go first with just Swampies. No. I'm not super happy with this, like at all. But maybe our opponent. All right, at least our opponent's going slow too. Crack that. Fabled Passage, which I must say is a supremely lame land when you could be playing Evolving Wilds. Like, you just played the crappier version. Like, that thing takes a rare wild card. Come on. Like, come on. Really? Alright, so they got good stuff here. They got counter spells. I wonder if we're playing against another Dimir Flash deck here. Which they want to, Oh, okay, that's fine. So that's definitely a Erebos' intervention thing. Ooh, they missed their land drop. So attack. I attack. And we're gonna pass, and if they want to cast something, I'm gonna kill their Nightbonder. I'm a little bit not as worried about that because the explosivity of what the Nightbinder can do. That's fine. They wouldn't want to block anyways. They probably have something to flash in. Regardless, Bellhaunt seems good. Oh, that's fine. We're going to get our boy back. Yeah, you gain the life, which is a little bit crummy. But we'll get it back. With the Bellsmont. Maybe it would have been better to play Veto. But hopefully we can get Veto down because they're hurting on mana. Running a lot, alright. I block. Griffen Aerie. Okay, you got one more green or blue mana spell. You do, you got it. You done and got it. Good for you. I'm gonna get a Veto down then. Which they can probably kill pretty easily, actually. And now they're flowing. The mana is flowing. At least they're cut off on other stuff. That's fine. No blocks. I want to draw a life gain spell here. That's a life gain spell. Seems like a counterspell card here. Okay, that's not the best, but at least we get the Griffen. At least they get that last card out of their hand. Still gain some life, and it is... Oh, I'm happy I got that out of their hand. Let them play a swamp now. Let them play a swamp. Oh, well, that's crummy. 7, 12, 13. They can't cast anything. No blocks. I think we just Kaya's Wrath here, right? So I guess I should have blocked. Let's we gain a life. Now they're slow, so if we can play a Temple of Silence. But the Kaya seems good here. Alright, so if we can survive this turn. Alright, so now we can start to rebuild. I think this is maybe a dead card. Like, unless they're playing the lock. Okay, that's fine. Oops. The Loch Ness Monster here. Temple of Deset. Desiat. I don't know what that card is. A little worried about that card. Go to combat for opponent. Probably not going to swing in. Seems reasonable. Go to my turn. Godless Shrine. Attack for 3. Paragon. Yep. Block. Do I want them to have that on the board? This gives us a card. I'd rather get the idea. If it's a land, I'm going to be really upset. Not a land, it's Cling to Dust. That's a way to get our thing back. Okay. So let's Cling to Dust. And I don't think it really matters, but we'll take him. I'm okay with, like, sacrificing a Griffen for that, so... But our turn. Revitalize. Attack. Can still Cling Dust we want to. Okay. There's a land. Play the land. Pass the turn. I mean, we could get him down. That's totally fine. We can get him down a little bit more by clinging. If we want to, like... We might do that on their end step. Just to, like, try to solidify the game. Okay. Alright, we got there. We redeemed ourselves for that loss against Dimir Flash, so... I felt good about that one. We didn't let them get too far ahead. It's you know what it is? They got stumbled in the black mana. They stumbled in mana in general, but then it was not being able to get down the Slither Wisp that was, I think, key. They just couldn't keep the cards flowing, and we didn't need to because we had enough onboard effects and things like that. So Melkor, our next opponent. Melkor. All right, we're on the play. We have some stuff. I think this is probably fine. I'm not jazzed about it. It could draw into some pretty good stuff here, though. So, I'm going to be okay with it. Our pup's alright with it, too. Alright, Temple of Silence. To the bottom with them. Oh, yuck. Okay. Maybe we just fire off a Revitalize to draw a card. Yeah, I know it's a pretty land. Charming Prince, are they playing the same deck as us? That'd be funny. So we will fire this off. We do want to draw some cards here. I block. I really hope they're playing the same deck as us. I block. Oh, they probably have a Cling to Dust here. Oh, why didn't I play the Scryland, you silly person? I guess we shouldn't have traded there, or we should have gone for the Revitalize? Okay, so now we're going to go for the Revitalize next turn, like 110%. 110% Revitalize. 110%. Ooh, yeah, baby. Then we can Cling to Dust, too? Nah, I think we just go to Silence. Clinging to Dust doesn't really matter, I think, right now. And I don't think we need another one. You don't have the Dust in their hand, so... Looking okay here. Looks like they might be doing the same thing. Oh, I thought it was going to be a Kaya's Wrath. Maybe they were just missing the white. So we're not going to extend ourselves here, though. We are going to Cling to Dust to get our life gain. How's this? Yeah. So that's 6, 10 damage. Solemn Simulacrum. Get yourself a Plains, am I right? Yep, I see a Kaya's Wrath coming next. Alright, so what we want to see is not that. This doesn't exile or anything, so the life gain doesn't matter there. Does the life gain matter? No, I think I'd rather draw a card here. Okay. Don't want to land. Pass the turn? Or do we just, Griffen Aerie? We didn't gain the life, but that's okay. Alright. So now I feel like there's a Kaya's Wrath coming. And there's your Plains anyways. So they have to Kaya's Massacre Worm. That's not what I expected. Definitely not what I expected. Bellhaunt seems good. I guess the only issue we have is they play another Massacre Worm. We're gonna take more life. We're gonna take like a lot. 2, 4, 5. What's the chance they have another Massacre Worm though? Like really? Damn it! Okay, there we go. At least they don't get exiled. But dang! Oh, there's 2 of them. Is that just game? That's game. Wow. Massacre Worm for the win. So we really should have killed that thing, huh? I forgot it. Dang. Alright. I got massacred. Alrighty, thank you for sticking around to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I actually really like this deck. I'd say it's actually one of the better playable jank decks that we've made. Maybe you don't want to call it a jank deck. I mean, it's definitely not really budget. There is a fair amount of rares, like 8 rare lands, couple planeswalkers, couple wraths, other rares, things like that. But overall, like, a lot of the power is not really great at the surface. It's more the synergy. So if they pick apart our pieces, as we saw in a couple of like that Dimir flash loss we do tend to fall apart. And if we can't get one of our combo pieces down with the Ghoul or the Aerie, we just kind of like spin our wheels and just sort of maintain, but don't progress or really get anywhere. But regardless, I think it's pretty easy to get the deck running. It's a lot of fun, and then Soren just comes in and mops up with that extra lifelink to sort of go against what most of the opponents have been doing, at least for this set of matches that we played. So I really liked it. I would definitely give this a try before the format rotates. We lose a fair bit of this. Like, the Despark didn't really come in all that handy, but you lose your Kaya's Wrath, Oath of Kaya, Bellhaunt, Soren, and that's probably, I think that's it. And then the Godless Shrine. So the mana will get a little bit worse. The Wraths and the fact that you can't have this little bit of gain. And then that also helps with that. And then this is just really nice. So I'm sure there's ways to build this as rotation comes, but for right now, it's pretty cheap. You probably have a lot of these cards anyway, and it's a lot of fun. So I definitely give it a whirl. It was a lot of fun. Definitely grade A jank. Maybe even not jank. Maybe like tier 3 or tier 4 playable. But that is all for today's Jank Tank. Thank you so much for watching. And don't forget, you can only outlast as a sorcery. Cheers.